What is up, internet? It's your boy Tanku, and today we're going to talk about something I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a while because I think it's awesome. Not only is it a manga and an anime, it also has a live action series on Netflix, and it isn't bad. It's actually kind of good. So before we get started today, of course, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and like always, hit me up on the Twitter, the Facebook, and the Instagrams so we can talk to each other and let me know what you guys feel about my videos or about other animes, have a discussion about anime that's not in a video, things like that. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be talking about Boku Dake Ga Inani Machi, which in the US it's called Erased. Now this, again, I'm really excited about this because I love all three versions of this. I read the manga, I watched all 12 episodes of the anime, and then on Netflix, I was browsing through Netflix one day and I'm like, oh snap, they have a live action version of this too? Let me watch that. And even that was awesome. So basically, the short of it, what it's about, you have Satoru, who has an ability that he can't control it, but he has it, and he names it Revival. So what happens is anytime there's a tragedy that's about to strike, or something lethal is about to happen, or like a catastrophe or something like that, this ability automatically sends him back in time like a minute or 2 minutes before it happens, so he can stop it. Or he doesn't know if it's so he can stop it. He just ends up doing that. So basically he's an unsung hero because nobody knows that he's the guy going or stopping the stuff that's happening. And it really hones his perception skills because he only has 2 minutes to figure out what's going to happen or what's possibly going to go down to try to stop it. And so it's about him. He has this girl that works with him because he's a pizza delivery boy named Ari. She's a high school student. She's really cool. She learns to trust him really quickly. She's pleasant to be around, things like that. And so what ends up happening is his mom comes to town to visit him. Her name is Sachiko. And something big happens. I don't want to sell it here because it's a pretty big event in the anime and manga and live action because it happens pretty early. But still, a big event happens. And it really changes his life. So Revival procs, right? But he's not sent back 2 minutes before this incident happened to try to stop it. He's sent back to when he's a kid. And he's like, I'm a kid again. But he's a kid. And he has all his memories of when he was an adult. And you find out that what he figures, he's there to stop the murder of Kale. Kale was a little girl that was in his class. Nobody ever talked to her. Nobody ever befriended her. He just kind of always ignored her too. But she ended up getting murdered. And when they were really young. And so the adults in the town at the time thought it was best if they just forget about it and moved on. And so that's what he did. So he kind of forgot about it. But when he gets sent back in time by Revival all the way to when he's a little kid, he's like, oh, maybe I have to stop this murder. And this will stop all the chain of events that happens to the big event that happened when he was adult, when he was 18. And so the anime, manga, and live action is about him, our hero, Satoru, and his four friends, Kenya, Hiromi, Asamu, and Kazu. And basically together, because he trusts these guys, together they're trying to figure out how to stop this little girl Kale from getting murdered. And it turns into a huge cat and mouse game between little kids and the murderer and the kidnapper, and trying to stop things from happening. And of course time travel's involved, so they're changing the timeline because do they succeed? Are they not succeeding? What happens? Is he actually able to stop the big event that happens in the future? The reason why he got sent back, even if he did protect this girl from getting murdered. And so it's a really suspenseful thriller, and it's definitely worth a watch. Now, that being said, the manga and the anime and the live action are pretty much almost exactly alike. In the anime, there's only 12 episodes, so the ending gets a little rushed. There's a whole section that ends up getting cut out, and they have the big finale just in a setting where they're already there. They still have the same results, so the ending still has the same result. They just went about it a little differently because, again, like I said, the anime only had 12 episodes. They kind of had to cut it down. It doesn't diminish the anime at all. So if you're anime only, it's definitely worth a watch. because you get everything. They hit all the beats, so that's okay. Now, what surprised me is the live action actually follows the manga pretty much exactly. And so the manga and the live action are beat for beat almost exactly the same, with minor things that you won't even notice unless you look for them here and there. So my advice is it's on Netflix if you want to watch live action. I know it's kind of hard because a lot of it relies on child actors, because he's a little kid a lot of the time. However, these child actors in this live action adaptation surprised me. They were really on the ball. They knew their stuff. It didn't feel like I was watching, like, kids who can't act. These kids were on it, especially the kid who plays Satoru, the young version of Satoru. That guy really, that Japanese kid, whoever he is, really impressed me with his acting ability. So, if you're a manga reader, read the manga. If you're an anime only, watch the anime. If you don't like to do either, they have live action. Check out the live action show on Netflix. It's there. Definitely watch it. And if you're a obsessive compulsive, love Japanese and everything they put out fan like me, do all three. Read the manga, watched the anime, then went and watched the live action, and I was not disappointed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, everybody please subscribe to the channel. And of course, like always, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And everybody please have an awesome, awesome day.